Hey, I'm Ryan Ashley, and today I'm going to show you how to create your very own pendant using resin. The thing I love about this resin is that it's UV resin, which means you don't have to wait all night. This isn't your grandmother's resin project. This cures in just a matter of minutes and creates a ready-to-wear piece that you can enjoy immediately. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you're gonna need. You of course need the UV resin, okay? If you're looking at a pack of resin that requires a lot of mixing and parts, that's not the UV resin. You also have this resin tape. This is what we use to place under the pendant to make sure everything stays in place. You need a pendant form. You need dried flowers or beads or anything you might want to put in your pendant as decoration. Scissors and your UV light. So the first thing we're going to do is move the resin out of the way and cut a little bit of this tape. Now, the reason this tape is so important is because it allows us to pour the resin into the form without getting any resin on our surface. We don't want messy crafts over here. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of this tape, and I'm going to place it sticky side up. So it's not going to stick to the surface, it's going to stick to our pendant. And I go ahead and just kind of press around the outside to make sure that it's really nicely in place. Now, the trick to this UV resin is you want to add a little bit, cure it, then place your decorations inside, like the dried flowers, cure it, add more resin, cure it again. So that way you're curing layer by layer, and it really just makes the process so much quicker and makes it dry a lot faster. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first layer of resin in here, and then I'm going to cure it. So I take off the lid. You may have to snip the opening because most of them are plugged up to begin with. And then you really want to be kind of ginger with this. You want to just kind of place the dots around. You don't need a thick layer. And then you'll kind of jiggle it to help everything settle and spread around. So I'm kind of just letting it spread. Now you could definitely use one of the stir sticks that we have available in one of our many resin kits here at JTV, or you can let it settle like this. It's totally up to you. I could even use a little bit of wire and kind of jiggle it around. In fact, I have a little piece of wire right here I could kind of use to just zhuzh it over. That's my word of the day, zhuzh. Okay, cool. So it's all in there, fully covered, just really nice. I see a little bubble there, so I'm just gonna pick at it. There we go. Got the bubble out of the way. So now, going to take my UV light, set it right over the resin pendant, and click the button and let it cure. So I'll do this about 2 times, and then I'll add a flower, add a little more resin, cure it some more. So now we just wait. Okay, so we went through 1 round of curing, so we're just gonna hit it one more time. Okay, so we've cured this a couple times now. I think it's safe to go ahead and put in a couple of my little flowers and then add some more resin. So these are actual dried flowers, so you wanna make sure to be ginger with them. I'm just gonna pick one off and place it on the resin. And the resin is dry now, so you don't have to worry about it being like super sticky or anything like that. But there we go. So go ahead and maybe put one more in there. Let's see, kind of like a little flower collage. So very pretty. So now I'll move this out of the way. And the same thing I did before, I will add some resin. So I'm just gonna slowly kind of drip it in. I don't want the flowers to be, super disrupted or anything. So just kind of let it flow in there. Okay, so we're gonna cure this a couple times and make sure everything's in place, and then we'll do one more layer of resin and cure it again, just to make sure that each of the layers is hardened and you can just go ahead and wear this piece. So I'll just kind of, make sure that it's all spread it around. So now I'll go ahead and put it back under my LED light, and we'll go through 2 times just like before. So we're gonna go through one more round of curing just to make sure it's fully complete. I'm gonna put a little bit more resin in here, just do that final layer like I mentioned. We'll cure it 2 more times and it will be ready to wear. So I'm just making sure it's all connecting and covering everything. So we're gonna do 2 more curings, and then we'll be ready to remove the tape of the big pendant reveal. Okay, moment of truth. So we have now added 3 layers of resin, 1 on the bottom, 1 over the flowers, and then another one to finish it off. And we are gonna remove this tape and have a ready to wear pendant. So the secret to removing the tape is you remove the tape. In other words, there's no secret. You just take it off and voila, you have a fully finished, sort of sticky, no, just kidding, that was the tape, but fully finished resin pendant that now you can add to your favorite chain, your favorite silk cord, your favorite leather. You can add this to a charm necklace. This is so fun. And I just think about all the possibilities. Imagine if you had, a Pisces baby in your life and you drop some little tiny aquamarine nuggets for their birthday and you secured that in resin. How cool would that be? So a really amazing way to create personalized gifts and not very much time. All right, let's walk through these tools and supplies one more time. So we have the pendant frame, of course, and then we have the UV resin, the UV light, the tape, very important, dried flowers, and scissors. But you might have your own special things you'd like to use in your project. So what kind of special found objects would you add to your resin pendant? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to find supplies and tools like what we use today, make sure to check the links in our description. Now before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you get notified every time we drop a new DIY jewelry video. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy making.